We've been wanting to take our viewers for a walk around Bahia Asuncion for a while now, but it's been windy and cold, and now our weather's finally starting to change a little bit here. It's a beautiful day, so we figure we'll take you around and show you part of the town. Got two things to show you here. One is behind us here. This is one of our hardware stores, Pinchon. It's been here since we've had our house here, so 18 plus years at least. It's grown just like the town has, but it's maybe a 5-minute walk maximum from our house.
1800ths of a mile.
1800ths of a mile from our house. And there's times where we're coming down here all the time, but great people. We can't wait to interview them sometime. The second thing we want to share with you, this is our new multiple use facility, but it's the smaller one. So they're just finishing building it now. The bigger one is up the street right by our house, but this one they started building about 1.5 years ago, would you say? Something like that. And they'll have like performances in there. There's a basketball court. The elementary school kids, they use it for PE. So
people rent it for like quinceañeras and things like that.
Yeah, so it's going to be a nice addition there. Redoing the concrete, because actually they built it around the first basketball court. I think my first time here was, I don't know, over 20 years, 25 years ago, 27 years ago. And the basketball court was there, and that's pretty much was the entertainment center for town. So they're taking out the old concrete from that and laying new concrete right now, so almost done. In front of us here is one of our 2 fishing cooperatives. This is the Leia's cooperative here. The 2 big cash products that they catch are lobster and abalone. And so this is one of the places where they process it. Basically the cooperative, this cooperative is from here south. The California is north. So that's Yoli. Videos from there. She has the best chilaquiles around, and this is the view you get from her place. We wanted to come down and see. There's a lot of sailboats in right now. When we first lived here, we didn't get a whole lot of sailboats, but the last 3, 4, 5 years we're getting a lot more sailboats staying in town, and yachts and stuff. We've had a couple of really big yachts lately. We're always amazed how much the beach changes based on the week. So sometimes this can all be sandy. Today it's kind of rocky.
The hurricane took out her whole foundation. So this is just recently repaired. She was a little bit worried for a while. She had to wait for repairs until the tides calmed down. So now she's in pretty good shape.
We've had our house in Bahia Asuncion for, I don't know, 17 years. And we've had a couple close hurricanes, but the last 2 years we've actually had hurricanes hit us. And this last year we took a lot of damage, and you can kind of see behind me here at the co-op some of the damage here. The main street we were walking down earlier, there were boats all on it and debris, 3 feet of mud. But town came together and slowly cleaned it up. We still got a lot to do. But
just one thing about that that was so impressive is just the forethought that went into it. The amount of electrical trucks that they brought in, 30, 40 here before the storm. Marines, probably 50 different Marines here just working, helping out. It was really cool.
so Bahia Asuncion, we are on the Pacific coast. We're about 600 miles south of San Diego. One of the things that's unique about our town here is that the currents that are off of our village are cold water currents. So unlike the rest of Baja, we don't really get that hot here. I mean, a hot day, I don't know, in summer the hottest days are usually mid to upper 80s. But there's normally a cool breeze that comes through off the ocean. The only time it really gets uncomfortable is if a chubasco or hurricane is moving up the coast, and it keeps the westerlies offshore, so we'll get a little humid and hot there. But it's one of the beautiful things about here. So a lot of people stay away from Baja in summer because they think it's unbearably hot. But we have some of the best weather, and this is coming from people that lived in San Diego for a long time. I would say that our weather here is, I think, better than San Diego. Tracy might disagree with me, but and some more hurricane damage. They built a new seawall, and sure enough, a lot of people were complaining about the seawall, saying it wasn't built strong enough for tidal surge. And sure enough, those people, I don't know if they're right or wrong, but definitely when we had big tidal surge from the hurricane, it just destroyed the brand new seawall, which is a shame. In our village, we have, let's see here, we have one hotel. Well, no, we have two hotels. Actually, 3 hotels if we include La Bufadora. We have a nice bed and breakfast. What's the name of it again?
Casa del Mar.
Casa del Mar. We've got, as you enter town, we'll try and get some film of it later, some Airbnbs. But this is Hotel La Playa here. And it was bought about a year ago, and they've been putting a lot of money into it, refurbishing it.
We are told new beds, new TVs.
So new beds and new TVs. We laugh because it says hot water. I always laugh on that one. I assume it has hot water. But they're doing a lot of construction, so that's kind of cool to see. Fixing things up, and it's nice to see. So there's like the new hammocks up there. So come down and give some of our hotel people some love. Here's some more evidence of hurricane damage. There used to be a structure right here, and it got just taken away. The road was washed out here. That ocean actually went all the way up to the other road, and so from the concha that they're replacing the concrete, they're bringing the old concrete here because this is the old road that would wrap around. That is especially popular in the summer as people cruise the beach and see what's going on. So hopefully they'll get it done pretty soon, but we can look up here too, and the water came up over the seawall, and all of this washed all this water out, all of this. So Tracy, what do you want to encourage the people to do?
Come and check out some of the different hotels here. Enjoy the stay.
Yeah, come on down. The town could use some more visitors. I mean, again, it's this beach here was called Los Pinos because there were these massive salt pine trees here. This tree was huge, and it got taken out. During the hurricane. It was a shame because it was right here, and so everyone would come down here and sit in the shade. Yeah, the whole area was shaded here, so it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't get that hot here, but the sun gets intense, and so that was a really nice place. You can kind of see, yeah, that's part of the tree there. Yeah, that's the little part. But it's gonna grow back. It's just like everything else. You got to come down and get a picture with the letters. I mean, Tracy, show them how to model them. Por las chicas. Para las chicas.
Adios.
Adios.
So this here is called the delegation. It's basically where the delegado's office is at, where it's like the city hall basically. So it's all right here. This right here is one of, we're not sure, I think we have, what do we say, three main stop signs in town. There's some other stop signs that no one really pays attention to. So let's see, we have 3 stop signs. Here's where our fine police station is. They are very, very helpful and very friendly. So if you guys are ever in town and you have any questions, make sure and hit them up. Let's walk over here. I was starting to say we have 1 gas station. We don't have any banks here, so if you need pesos, make sure you get pesos before. Most places take ATMs and credit cards, so you're good there. But if you need spending cash, walking cash, make sure you grab that Vizcaíno. This is where we pay our water bill. Water here is metered, but we use so much water and we still pay the same amount. It's what, 198 pesos a month?
Correct.
A whopping 198 pesos a month. That's crazy. So that's for our city water. If we want to get 5 gallons of bottled water, which we get quite a bit, that is 20 pesos for 5 gallons of water. So yeah, it's pretty crazy how affordable things are. Imagine sitting right here having carnitas tacos overlooking the view. There's a guy that sets up on the weekends there, has great carnitas. David, you got to check him out. Here's one of our water stores right here. And if you need a haircut, you can go right next door. Right next door to the water store and the haircut store. This is called the Step Up Store. People like to get their spirits and beers here.
They also have like little, I don't know if you know, there's little coffee, little cappuccino, those little just machines that do it yourself. Decent wine selection.
Yeah, wine. There's another water store over there. In our town we have, would you say 3 main grocery stores? 3 main grocery stores. We're coming up to one of them up here, which is Bahia. We have 2 pharmacies right here.
Next door to each other.
Next door to each other. So in case. Here's where you can get your fresh tortillas. Hola. Hola, ¿cómo está?
Bien.
Video de nuestro pueblo.
¿Le gusta Asunción?
Mucho.
¿Por qué?
Porque es muy bonito, hay mucho viento, pero muy buena gente.
No, perfecto.
Así
Y las mujeres bonitas.
Gracias.
That was Mika's softball coach driving by, so I had to get some film of him here in the morning. You can come and get some coffee and burritos. This is a hot spot if you want the gossip of town. All the people stop here and have coffee and they talk everything. And it's kind of a fun place to kind of just eavesdrop a little bit and hear people talking. We're back to Cooperative Leia, so we've just pretty much walked a big loop. We've walked 1.3 miles, and this is our medical clinic here. It's small, but it gets the trick done. That's Christopher, right? So that guy Christopher that we just saw right there, they have a cool place that they started. The guy that owns the hotel that we went by earlier, they have like a cultural arts place where they play music and they do art. We'll take you up there later. That was Christopher, so cool guy.
Tattoo artist.
Oh yeah, so if you want to get a tattoo, he does wicked tattoos. He also paints murals, so good guy. Oh, we forgot, I said we had 3 stores, we have 4 because I forgot about Leia's. We don't tend to shop there a whole lot, but that's another store that has a lot of stuff. It doesn't look big on the outside, but they have a lot of stuff on the inside. There's still more we want to share in this video. We're gonna kind of walk back home to our house. We gotta go pick up Mika from school. She gets out at 2:30, so we're gonna drive up there and pick her up. But I gotta show you another place to grab food. We don't have a whole lot of restaurants in town. If you've seen our video on fish tacos, that's definitely a weekend thing, but we can get hot dogs here.
Oh man, she's got hot dogs, momias, things I don't even know. For burgers, name it, she'll make it tortas. Really, really good.
Jam. 7-ish?
7-ish. Sometimes a little later, I think, in the summer, but yeah. And then a lot of times she's open till 10, midnight, depending.
Yeah.
Really, really good food, though. She does a good job.
And it's fun too to go there because while you're waiting, you end up talking to other people and catching up. So it's a kind of another place to kind of congregate impromptu with people. So now we are on the, when we were walking earlier, we were on the other side of that wall. The hardware store is right over there, and we're gonna come up. This is the elementary school, and the kindergarten is gonna be up on the right, and then the original town concha is up above. The mountain straight ahead, that's where we do a lot of our running. And anyway, you know, we need to tell the good people of YouTube about, that's our town festival. So check this out. So in August, I don't know, it's the second weekend of August, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, somewhere in the middle of August, we have a big town festival. And right where we're walking is where a lot of the carnival rides are and the food vendors. Here in the concha, every night they have usually 2 bands. They go to like 3 in the morning. It's crazy. So just imagine this. It's just packed with people. Carnival rides, people selling drinks.
Games.
All over here, there's always like, I don't know, like the, what do you call it, the pirate ship, and it's wild. What's cool for us is we can see it all from our house, and we can walk down and check it out. And all right, so we were walking around town earlier today. One of the things we do most evenings, not every night, is we go for a little drive around town. Partly because it's just something to do. Living in a small town, there's not a whole lot to do, but it sure is beautiful here. I never tire of the natural beauty. It's still a little breezy right now, a little chilly. During the day, it's great. But yeah, this never gets old. Never gets old. All right, so we've mentioned some of the restaurants here in town. If you're in Bahia Asuncion, you definitely need to check out this place. Tomas is famous. They have great food. They speak some English. They have Wi-Fi. But definitely, you gotta come here. Tomás, ¿cómo está?
Hey, muy bien, Chacari.
Bien, bien, bien.
Ok, mira, aquí lo esperamos en Bahia Asuncion. Una buena temporada de pesca, un bonito lugar, buen clima y su buen restaurante para disfrutar de los mejores alimentos que se hacen en esta zona. Bienvenidos y échale.
¿Hay cervezas frías?
Muy fría la cerveza.
Buen margaritas.
Pacífico, margaritas, de todo.
Perfecto. Buenas comidas.
Muy buena comida.
Y buena persona, sí.
Y aquí una bienvenida de parte del servidor.
Ok, well, muchas gracias.
Nada, amigos, suerte.
Buenos días.
Buenos días, ¿cómo estado?
Excelente, ¿usted?
También, echándole aquí trabajo a las carnitas. Aquí, cuando gusten, aquí estamos en Bahia Asuncion. Las deliciosas carnitas al estilo Michoacán. Cuando gusten, toda la gente que quiera venir aquí a Asunción, aquí estamos. Sí, carnitas arroyo al estilo Michoacán.
Excelente.
Sí, los invitamos a todos.
All right, muy bien. Gracias, amigo.
Ahí estamos, señora.
So there's our school. Gabriel did a great video about his experience going to school here. So if you want to check it out, look for it. We're gonna walk over to one of the other stores, Mini Market Escondido, and check that out. A lot of new building going on in town. It's crazy how much has grown since we first bought here. I don't think much of this was out here, was it?
No.
Mini Market Escondido. They have really good meat. Their prices are a little bit more expensive, but their quality is pretty good. So
They also bring in a lot of things from Costco and like Walmart, so they have things that you wouldn't expect in other places, which is nice.
this door here is made by the same guy that does a lot of our work, Pequeño, at our house. Here's a pro tip for walking around any village in Mexico. You're gonna find dogs all over. And I would say 80% of the dogs, maybe 90% of the dogs are super friendly, much more friendly than the United States. They kind of figure things out here. But you are gonna get some that are gonna bark at you, and they're gonna bark at you, and maybe they'll get aggressive. One of the tricks you wanna do is reach down and pretend like you're picking up a rock. And for the most part, they will always run away. If they don't, obviously throw the rock at the dog. But for the most part, just the action of reaching down and picking up a rock does the trick. Wouldn't you say, Trace?
Oh, big time. Yep.
Yeah. It took us a while to figure that out, but once we did.
I forget sometimes.
Yeah. Now, the size of the town, population-wise, Bahia Asuncion, about 4,000 people. Kind of fluctuates a little bit based on the fishing season. As far as the size of the town, geographically speaking, I would say to get from one side of the town to the other side of the town is what, 2 miles?
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean from the coast there to the
Yeah.
gas station, 1.5 miles, 2 miles. This here is another option to stay, Casa del Mar bed and breakfast. I have heard nothing but positive things from people that have stayed there, both about the food and the hospitality, so you might want to give it a try.
It's okay.
Now, as far as what is there to do in and around Bahia Asuncion, or I guess who is this place meant for? If you need to be entertained, this might not be the best place for you. But if you like to go on hikes, if you like to go to the beach, if you love epic sport fishing, if you like to surf, if you like to dive, if you like to read, what else, Trace?
Oh my gosh, it'd be like you could look for shells for days.
Yeah, if you like the beachcomb.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for discos, if you're looking for fancy restaurants, if, I don't know, if you don't speak a whole lot of Spanish, I mean, you can get by without speaking Spanish, but if you expect to come down here and have everyone speak English to you, this might not be where you want to go. But it's our little piece of paradise. One thing that, you know, I've said it before, is the weather can't be beat. When it's 100 degrees inland, it's 80 degrees here. Now, I highly recommend whenever you come here, no matter what time of the year it is, bring a sweatshirt, bring a hoodie, because, you know, that cool afternoon breeze kicks in, and it can get chilly, which catches a lot of people off guard. Coming up on La Bufadora, but there's actually a blowhole right here, which is quite amazing. Yeah, so this is La Bufadora Inn. Sherry Bondi, it's her place. I think we first met Sherry about 20 years ago, right? So we've known her a long time. It's kind of neat to see how far she's come, and it's along with how far we've come. But she's got rooms here, you can camp. She's building a little casita there for long-term stay. A lot of people like to stay here. Sherry's a good wealth of information. But anyway, you can definitely look her up online. And she's done a lot for the community to bring people here. So definitely give her some of your love. You might also know her from her whale watching tours. Her daughter has Baja Magic up in Guerrero Negro, which is a nice little hacienda place you can stay as well. She's never made me the homemade pasta that she says is so good, but I'll take her word for it. But yeah, go ahead and check that sometime. Asuncion Island. There's all kinds of, it's a refuge, and there's all kinds of seals out there and birds. And so one thing you can do is, one of our buddies, Larry, here in town, there might be others, but he does guided tours and you can go out there. It's a cool deal. So it's definitely something that I want to do. This up here is where our vigilancia. Don't think of vigilancia as a bad thing. Each co-op have their own vigilancia, and it's basically to protect their fisheries from poachers. So you will see them around. I do suggest, if you ever are camping, I know people have a lot of different mixed feelings right now about is it safe to camp. I'm not going to go there. I definitely have my opinions. But one option, if you are looking for a place to camp, is reach out to the vigilancia and ask them. Say, hey, where's a cool place to camp around here? And they'll hook you up.
We've been guided to some incredible places over the years, and we've also had the opposite, where we just go to a beach for a day and they roll up, but they just want to know what you're doing, and it's not a bad thing. They just want to check in, make sure we're not poaching, like Zach said, and they're usually nothing but friendly.
And what's nice about that is then you know you have eyes on you in case of emergency. Usually once people have welcomed you down here, they do their best to look out for you. They don't, it's almost an embarrassment if something were to happen to you. So that's my advice, is you know, reach out and say, hey, where's a good place to camp? Maybe offer them a beer or something. You don't have to necessarily, you know, if you want to give them some gas money, that's one thing, but don't bribe them, don't do stuff like that. But you know, little small gestures go a long ways too. I stopped here to look at this big yacht or fishing boat that's heading out. I don't know if it's going north or south, but anyway, this is the bay here, and that right in front of us, that is our other co-op. That's California. Not a bad view. One thing that just crossed my mind as we're walking back towards town from the cooperative is that our cell service here is not the greatest. And with that is the, if you want to use the internet off of your cell phone, it works, but it's, it's bad. But there is internet in town. There's a lot of people that have Starlink. We have Starlink. So if you ask around, I'm sure you can you know, find a place to jump on someone's internet. I know we've had a lot of people come to our house and stuff. Tomasito at Sunset Mary offers free internet if you go in there and eat. Anything else on that?
No.
Well, thanks for taking a walk around town with us. If you have any more questions about Bahia Asuncion, please leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to get back to you about them. We try and give honest and accurate take on our town. It's not perfect. It's perfect for us. But anyway, we hope you enjoyed it, and we will definitely do some more videos in the future about town. Also, we've done videos in the past about some of the places to eat around here, the wonderful trails, the 5 and 10K trail race we're putting on. So take a look at some of our videos. And again, if you have questions, feel free to leave your comments down below. Thanks a lot for watching.